For fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 20 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor U4GM Coins. Use code VENM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys? Fire here, back in the video, and today I'm going to be going over some unique near-close flex setups. Now, when a lot of people see the formation near-close flex, they're expecting tons of rollout corner routes, deep posts, cover 3 bombs, all those types of stuff. But what I'm going to show you guys is ways just to make the formation a lot better and give your opponent some looks that he's probably never seen before. So before I get into the video, I think most of us know this, but to run this formation, you're going to want a tight end apprentice. You want abilities on your tight end right here with George Kittle, and you also want a wide receiver apprentice in the slot. So I just traded over Thomas and Kittle. If you want, you could also use that hot route master ability, and you don't need the tight end abilities. You could put it on a receiver, but I'm just going to be using those route abilities a ton in this video, show you guys how to just manipulate the play, and you can really run this out of any play, but I'm just going to pretty much set up every single different setup out of this post drag play. So I'm just going to hop in that, and starting out, I have a cover 2 beater. Now, I haven't actually seen anybody surprisingly ever really run this play. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is this is a very simple setup, and all you're going to do is beat cover 2 to the sideline. What you're going to do is simply put X on a streak, and then you're just going to smart route A. That's all you have to do. You're blocking both your running backs here. And here's a look at the setup. It doesn't look very good, but that's why we're going to use some motion. Pretty much in all of these setups, I'm going to use motion. It's just going to throw your opponent off, and it's going to give him pretty much the same exact look every single time, but something different is going to happen. So here's a look at the setup. You guys see I'm going to chop block this player, Adrian Claiborne. And what I'm going to do is simply just motion lock it over. Now, I haven't seen anybody do this against me out of near close, but it's a super underrated way to get a cover 2 beater, is just motion over a post. So we're just going to roll out, pass lead all the way over, and you guys see Tyler Lockett wide open right there on the sidelines. Those any deep posts pretty much motion to the opposite side will turn into a corner route, and those like super deep corner routes will always kill cover 2. So again, this first setup is X on a streak. You're going to smart route A, and then you're just going to block everybody. Again, you could go ahead, double team this guy. You could try and chop block. You could do a lot. But again, you're motioning Lockett over. You're going to motion hike him right about there. And you're just going to roll out. Boom. Pass lead to the left. I can swerve catch that up the field and easily turn that into a touchdown. Super great cover 2 beater. I'll go over it one last time here because we do have a lot of setups in this video. So get your notes out. It's going to be a long video, but this video will 100% help you online. But you guys see, for this one, you don't even need any of these route abilities. You could just run this from literally any team because I'm not using any of those special hot routes. I'm just using classic hot routes. And boom, you guys see it's still very effective. And you guys see he's just getting so far over that cover 2. And it's just going to be wide open pretty much every time. So I'm going to create sort of the same concepts with motioning that deep post over here in this next setup. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to put X on a streak again. This time I'm only going to block Y, so I'm only blocking Marshawn. And then what I like to do here is I'm going to put A on a flat route, and I'm going to keep B on his deep post. So again, this is going to be cover 2, but let's say your opponent switches to a cover 3. Then this wheel route can get wide open. Obviously not there. It's not going to get wide open, but look how open B is. You could even wait, and he's still going to be wide open. Now, let's say they give you a cover 2 look, a too high safety look, but it actually is cover 3. This is one of the plays that can one of the setups that can actually beat cover 3 is this short wheel route with a flat. So again, I'm just going to set it up the exact same way. Thinks we're running a cover 2, and boom, dump it down to the flat with that little low ball, and you guys see he's going to get open. So if your opponent catches you off guard with a cover 3, even though you think he's running a cover 2, that is a good route combination to easily just check down. And more times than not, he's not going to expect this wheel route. I know I don't. Especially when he sees that motion, he might go user wherever the left side is. So again, that's that setup. Like I said, it's better against cover 3. Moving on to the next one. This one's going to be another max protect setup. So you're going to block both these running backs. What you're going to do is, once again, put X on a streak. This is the last one you're putting X on a streak. And what you're going to do here is with A, you're going to utilize these extra 4 hot routes. You're going to put them on a crossing route. So it's It's a little bit deeper than normal crossers, but it's still going to work. The post, I'm just not too much of a fan of it, but you're also going to put B on a slant. So here's a look at the setup, and you guys guessed it, we're going to utilize some motion here, and we're going to go ahead, motion lock it over on a backside slant. This is going to be a little bit better against cover 3 than cover 2. It still could work. You guys see, you could throw this backside motion slant pretty much against every coverage except for match coverage. Match coverage will lock up that, but again, we're just going to put X on a streak, A on a cross, B on a slant. I'm just going to audible to a cover 3 defense here, and you guys see the crosser will be wide open, so we're going to try roll out to the left here with some chop block. You guys can even let him get set. You can let him get set right here. You don't necessarily have to motion hike him, but we're going to roll out here, pass lead to the left, and you guys see Michael Thomas absolutely wide open on that crosser, and that's a pretty fast developing crosser. So if his user hesitates any bit on the backside slant, you know that your crosser is just going to be completely open. So again, one last time, here's a look at our setup. We got X on a slant, A on a crosser, B on a slant. We're going to motion snap him, and like I said, the slant, it's not really what you want to throw, it's what you want to bait his user. So if he sees that slant, a lot of times he's going to use her. That was a terrible pass lead by me, so you always want to pass lead those crossers to the sideline. But you guys pretty much get it. Backside slant is just for show. You never really want to throw the backside slant. You always want to go deeper. But if he's gonna keep using that crosser, we do only have 3 routes out, so you're obviously gonna have to check down to the slant. Make sure you lowball the slant, and it should be absolutely money every time. So next setup is gonna be a little bit of a different setup. This time we're actually motioning someone else over. We're gonna motion this A receiver. So our setup here, actually never mind, we're gonna still motion B, but what you're gonna do is put X on a trail here. So we're gonna put him on a trail route. We're gonna go ahead, put A on a post route. So that's what your setup looks like. You're gonna put B on a hitch. So here's a look at the setup. It looks pretty weird, but you're gonna motion B over once again, like I mentioned. You're actually gonna motion him over here. We have a good route combo, high-low read on that left side. So you guys see, I'm just going to roll out here. And against cover 2, the mid-read, it does a really good job of defending that. This one is definitely better against cover 3, but it can also work against cover 2 if they just put this guy in a deep third, which most people do when running a stock cover 2. So again, that setup was X on a trail route, which is going to be sort of a halfback angle route just from the tight end spot. You're also going to put A on a post, B on a hitch. Now this might be better from the left hash as well, so I'm just going to respot the ball. I like most of my setups from the short side, but for this one in particular, I like to have the post route on that short side. I feel like it just gets a little bit more separation. So again, here's a look at the setup. B on a hitch, A on a post, X on a trail. You're going to motion him over to the left-hand side, and you're just going to motion hike him right there. The hitch does a really good job of pulling down zones, especially cloud flats and curl flats, so those blue and purple zones. And you guys see Michael Thomas is going to get over. That was against cover 2. Now let's hop into cover 3. Again, X on a trail. Now you really, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these routes are just for show. You don't really want to throw these. Like, for example, our route for show is going to be this trail. A lot of times your opponent, he's going to be using this post route. He's going to see the trail, and he might hesitate, go back to the right side, and that's when you're able to throw this route. So again, you guys see, I'm not throwing any rollout corners. No rollout corners. These are all post. These are all different route combinations. And again, you guys see, look at A. It's just so open. Even more against cover 3 than cover 2. And it's just going to be absolutely money. Like I said, if you need to, you can always check down to your trail route. If he's using the post all the way down the field, then you could obviously, he's using the post, check down to the trail, and he's going to be open more times than not. You could even lowball that pass to be a little bit more safe as well. So that's that setup. Let's hop into our 5th setup. We only got 3 more. I know the video is a little bit long, but we do have a lot of setups to go through. For this one, you're going to put X on a corner route, and then you're going to smart out it. So you guys see when I put him on the initial corner route, he's super short down the field. So what you want to do is smart out him. That's going to make him 10 yards down the field, and it's going to make him a deeper corner route. So we're actually putting our tight end on the corner route. We're also smart outing him, like I said. You're going to put Y on a wheel route here. In this one, you do want to be on the right hash, the short side of the field. So make sure you're on the short side. Sorry about that. My controller just fell. But again, X on a corner, smart out him. We're going to put Y on a wheel route. And this combo only works from the short side because you need this guy to be on the wheel route to the same side as the tight end. So here's a look at that. What you're also going to do, put B on a hitch, and you're going to put A on a post. So here's a look at it. It looks pretty weird from here, but you already know we're going to motion Thomas here. So this is the first time we've motioned A. You can still motion snap him right there. And you guys see here I'm going to chop block to this side against cover 2. Wide open, no chance of defending that. Against cover 3, wide open. Now this corner route combo is going to be a little bit better against cover 3, so I'm just going to show that. And like I said, you really want to throw it to Michael Thomas here, but if your opponent is going to go ahead, he's going to continue to user Michael Thomas. He knows what's coming. What you can do is obviously check down or roll out here. You can roll out and then you can throw the corner out. If he is playing super over the top, you can obviously check down to your wheel route right there. That's why he's there. And if for whatever reason the post is defended, you can't roll out left, you can't get that corner out off, the wheel route's covered, you always have your hitch, and you can always playmaker that back out. So again, one last time, the setup for this is going to be X on a corner, you're going to smart out him, you're going to put Y on a wheel, block RB, you're going to put B on a hitch, and A on a post. You're going to go ahead, motion Thomas all the way over to this side, and you're just going to motion hike him. Again, I'm rolling out. I could playmaker him there and still throw the post route. You guys see he's just wide open. Super solid play. Those post route to hitch combinations are absolutely money. Let's hop into another setup. This time it's going to be another type of a slant to post combination. Here I'm going to put X on the post route, so we have our tight end on the post. First time he's been on that route all game, so again, we're getting new setups, we're getting new hot routes, new variations, but again, X on that post, you're going to put A on a flat route actually, and you're going to put B on a slant. So here's a look at the setup, looks pretty weird. Again, we're going to just motion Thomas over, so this is the second setup where we're motioning Thomas. But every play pretty much looks the same. You're still motioning him, and you guys see the slant's going to be wide open. If he uses the slant, the post should be pretty wide open. Now, I do recommend getting post flag elite on both these players because you guys see we put them on a lot of post routes, and it definitely helps with the corner routes as well. So I'm not going to go over too many rollout corners. You guys already know that. It's the staple of the offense, but you could definitely use that ability. I definitely recommend it. So again, put your tight end on a post, block everybody, put A on a flat, put B on a slant. You're going to motion A over on the flat, and he's just there to pull down the zones. You guys see, boom. I could low ball to X. He's going to be wide open. Just read where he's using. More times than not, they're going to sit there in the middle of the field, and then they're going to follow the post. No one really likes to follow that slant route. They think that your zone's just going to pick it up. But more times than not, the slant will be wide open, especially against cover 2 and cover 3. So again, one last time, here's a look at the setup. And you could obviously wait to throw this post route. You don't have to. So I could go here, and then I could roll out. And sometimes it's going to be open. You guys see we're still able to fit it in. A lot of times it'll be covered, so you really want to throw it while they're in the middle of the field, at least against cover 3. Now there's ways to pull down the zones. Maybe you put this player on a wheel route, RB, but yeah, that's for that setup. Let's hop into our last one. We're going to put X on an in route. We're going to smart out that in route, so it's going to look like this. What you're going to do is put A on a cross. Once again, that's just up on the D-pad, and then what you're going to go ahead and do here is put B on a streak, and then all you're going to do is motion snap B. So again, this is one where we're motion snapping lock it. This is going to be a pretty good route combo. It's again similar to the slant one, but we just have this deep in route, and it's going to be from the tight end. This deep in, it's going to be open more times than not. You can easily low ball it, possession catch. Like I said, we obviously want to go for the deep pass. I could even respot the ball here to get this crosser just a tad bit more open. So again, here's a look at our setup right here. Hold up, just setting it up. All right, here's a look at it. We're going to motion snap lock it, obviously, to this left-hand side. We're going to motion hike him. And you guys see I could sit from the pocket, and look how open it is. These crossers are more open when you run it on the wide side to the short side or from wherever Thomas is. I should have talked about that earlier, but it is what it is. Again, one last time here. X on an in, Thomas on a cross, B on a streak. And a lot of these are max protect, so people are sending heat on you. You can still use these. I didn't talk about people blitzing, but I'm assuming you guys already know about that. That time it was cover 2, so it's not going to be open. But you just got to break the sack. That's pretty easy, but yeah, this one's definitely better against cover 3. It does work against cover 2 if they just put that middle third up. Otherwise, that middle third matches with the other route, and it's not really going to get open. I'll show it one last time here. The in route's really going to be open. More times than not, they're going to actually follow that crosser, and you guys see you could throw that in route. Usually he's open, but look how open the crosser was. And most people don't leave like 3 zones in the middle of the field, so that's just going to be the computer. But yeah, it's pretty much going to do it. I just gave you guys 7 great setups. Make sure you guys like the video if you did enjoy this. I think this will definitely help you go from a good near close player to a great near close flex user. And yeah, make sure you are subbed to the channel for these tips. I drop all these tips for free. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and peace. I'm out of here.